Hey y'all, welcome to the Toadstead. Well, Papa Les and I are grabbing this little building that originally came from our buddy Ben, and it came over here to Les and Gravy's place, and now it's headed to the Toadstead. And there we are. Got it right there behind the Airstream. Got to do some more work to it, but it's here. We got it here on the trailer, and want to give a big shout out of thanks to Papa's Place and Gravy 111, because this is going to work out real well on the Toadstead. And since we've had it, it's been a pig holder and a yard ornament, but now we need to build a grow out pen because we're trying to replace and increase our flock of chickens. And as you're watching this video, it's late November, and even down here it's getting a little cool for the chickens. So what you're seeing is the beginning of turning this into, I guess you could call it a semi-covered grow out pen. And what we've done so far, you can see in the back in here, we've just got trash bags, and they go around the side here, and then in the back you can see how it's sealed off in the back. And what we're going to do is pretty much from this spot right here back, we're going to enclose that area, and we're going to put an infrared heat lamp in there that runs off the power pole, so we can take the chickens that we're hatching, which I'll have a video about that pretty soon. In fact, as I'm making this video, we have pips happening in our eggs in the incubator, and our chickens are actually at Camp Gravy because we've been out of town for a while, so we're getting this ready for them. But we'll bring you along and show you how we're kind of repurposing this thing. Okay, well, what you can see here is we've got the plastic up and one side boarded up, and it's towards the end of the day today, so Scooterette's throwing the tools inside the doorway, and we'll get this. We'll come back and hit it again first thing in the morning and see if we can't get it done. Now what we have here is the sub-assembly for the lighting and heating system out there in the grow out pen. And you can see it's just a light socket wired in, and we'll get this put into the side of the chicken coop. It's kind of hard to describe, but here in a second you'll see it installed, and you'll get an idea of what we're doing. Okay, we're probably going to break this into a couple of parts, but now you can see we've got the roof taken off and the rafter cut back, and that might give you a little bit better idea how that light sub-assembly fits inside. But what we did is we just covered it in scrap pieces from when we built the fence. But we wanted to insulate it, so what we've got going on in here, I hope you can see through this is a piece of let me just take it out. That's a piece of the poly that we have on the shop. And what we did on the inside is also lined it with the leftover just cut-offs and whatnot from the fence. Got a little like doggy shaped door there, and behind is just all these spare pieces of insulation we had floating around. And even in this area here, you can see how what that is this was a piece of 2-inch thick insulation board that looked just like that, but it got tore up real bad. So we finished breaking it up, stuffed it into little Walmart bags, and then gently stuffed it into the space in between the inner and outer walls to keep that all insulated. These pieces down in the floor will actually cover the piece of poly you saw sitting there when we first came up. And yes, the floor is insulated too. So pretty much all that's left to do is assemble the lighting, get the wiring run, put a switch on it, and close up the roof. We had to extend the roof a little, you'll see that later. And then put some kind of flooring in there, because the chickens will just peck the tar out of that. That's a R2 half-inch thick foam. Again, just scraps we had laying around. So when we come back, hopefully this thing will be all done and we'll show you how it went.
Stay tuned for part 2.